Hello my dear friends, as requested, today we are bringing you a recipe typically a gente já sabe tudo em português, a gente chega na hora do inglês, a gente todo, né? Hello my dear friends, as requested, we are bringing you one of Brazilian's most typical dishes, moqueca. It's originally from Bahia, and there are many stories regarding moqueca. Some of them are that is a typical the indigenous. Hello my dear friends, and as requested, we are here bringing you the recipe for moqueca. It's a typical Brazilian dish that everyone loves and everyone adores it, and it takes bell peppers, for instance, onions, tomatoes, parsley, cilantro, and fish. So be ready, and we're starting. But first things first, we are going to prepare farofa. Farofa is one of the side dishes that goes really well with moqueca. And the main ingredients are cassava flour, of course, and we have chopped onions, chopped bananas, and minced garlic, Dende oil. This is something that is really hard to find outside of Brazil, but you can find it in some specific Latin American and Brazilian stores around the globe. And some olive oil as well. So let's get started. First, add to your frying pan some Dende oil, olive oil, and heat up. Once it's ready and the oils are warm, add the chopped onions, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, and fry well. Add a pinch of salt until the onions are translucent. Now it's time for you to add the bananas. This variety is called banana da terra. It's very similar to plantains. They're a bit firmer and they're best eaten if they're cooked. They are firmer than the other bananas, the regular bananas, and they're generally eaten cooked or fried. It really depends. Okay. Now you can add 2 tablespoons of cassava flour. 3. Let's make it 3. And stir well. The texture of the farofa must resemble wet sand. So as you can see here, it's a little bit too wet. It's a little bit almost too soggy. So we add a little more. 2 tablespoons. And we keep stirring and frying it, because what we want to have everything, all the flour toasted. So it is necessary for you to be, moving, because if you stop stirring, it may burn. Okay, and also another pinch of salt. And I think we're almost ready. Okay. And it's funny because whenever the farofa is ready, you feel the aroma of popcorn. It's very similar to popcorn. And the texture changes, so it's like sand. Okay, and we are good to go. This is how our farofa must be. This is the texture. This is the texture of the farofa. And adjust the seasonings if necessary. Now that our farofa is ready, it's time for us to get started with our moqueca. So first, we add like 2 tablespoons Dende oil, another 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and bring it to heat. Then we are going to add some peppers and the onions. Here we have chopped onions. You cut them in halves and then like this, matchsticks, or as we call julienne. We add here, as usually, a pinch of salt and stir well. The Dende oil gives this golden color for the onions, as you can see here. Here we have 1½ onion. Okay, but just be careful. If you find Dende oil, it's a bit dangerous because the flavor can be very intense. So, what I advise you is to try a little first and then see how it tastes. So you can adjust according to your taste. Okay. Then we add 2 garlic cloves, crushed. And then the peppers. Here we have some very mild peppers, Brazilian peppers. This is called cambuci. And then the red ones are pimenta biquinho. They're not gonna add like a lot of heat, but they are intense in flavor. If you want to have your moqueca a bit spicier, a bit hotter, feel free to use any kinds of pepper that you like habanero, for instance. And then you're gonna have a lot of kick in it. Now you can add the peppers. You have the 3 colors of bell peppers. You have yellow bell pepper, green bell pepper, and red bell pepper. Meanwhile, our vegetables are here frying. We're going to season the fish. Here we have some fish fillets. Here we have some fish fillets. And this one in particular is mackerel. We put some salt. Squeeze of lemon. Stir it a little. This fish comes from Paraná, our state, and this is from the artisan fishing community in a program called Olho Peixe. So we know exactly which boat goes to the sea and fishes it and who prepares it until it gets to us. So it's fish of top-notch quality. We keep stirring until the vegetables are a bit tender, but I don't want to lose the texture of the peppers. I want them to be firm, but at the same time, not raw. Okay? Maybe a couple of minutes more and it will be done. Now that the vegetables are a bit tender, okay, and the flavor is a little developed, we are going to add our tomatoes. We have tomatoes cut in halves and then in thin slices. Okay. Tomatoes are added the last because regarding texture, they cook faster than the peppers. So that's the reason why we add them last. We added first the onions, then the peppers, and the last the tomatoes. And we are almost ready to add the coconut milk. Okay, and here we have coconut milk. Now this is the time that we reduce the heat, stir a little, and let all the flavor to amalgamate. Let all the flavors to develop. And then, once it's ready, it's gonna be a little juicier than it is now. We accommodate the fish in the sauce, and we allow to cook it for at least 2 or 3 minutes. It depends on how thick your fish fillets are. Remember, our fish is already seasoned, so always allow some bit of salt at the end. Never have the final tasting right now. Allow some correction to be done at the end of the recipe after you put the fish in. Allow to cook 2 more minutes and we are ready to put our fish in. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Now that our sauce is ready, we get our fish fillets and we accommodate them in the sauce. Since we have thin cuts, we are probably going to allow it to cook for 3-4 minutes at most. And then, to finish, we are going to add some chopped parsley and chopped cilantro, and this is going to be it. Now that our fish is nearly done, we are going to add a handful of parsley and cilantro to taste. Now that our moqueca is ready, it's time to serve it. So we start with our farofa in one side, and then we spoon our moqueca like this and set to one side. So let's give it a try. Rather yummy. Tastes very, very good. If you have any questions, don't forget to post it down here. And don't forget to subscribe for more recipes of Brazilian dishes in English. And this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.